Welcome to today's session. We will be discussing non-probability sampling techniques, quota sampling, convenience sampling, purposive sampling or judgmental sampling, and snowball sampling. Please watch the entire video carefully and take note of the key points. At the end of the presentation, you will be tested with a set of MCQs based on the content covered. Make sure to stay engaged and watch the session till the end. Let us begin by exploring the concept of non-probability sampling. Non-probability sampling is a technique where the selection of participants or units is not based on randomization but rather on factors like accessibility, judgment, or specific criteria defined by the researcher. This method is widely used in educational research, particularly when the focus is on gaining insights into specific groups, testing theories, or conducting exploratory studies. Now let us remember characteristics of non-probability sampling. 1. Non-random selection. Participants are chosen based on convenience, judgment, or specific characteristics, not random processes. 2. Lack of generalizability. Results are often specific to the sample studied and may not represent the entire population. 3. Flexibility. It is adaptable to the research context and constraints, such as limited time or resources. 4. Subjectivity. Researcher bias can influence the selection of participants, making results less objective. 5. Cost and time efficiency. Non-probability sampling is usually less resource-intensive than probability sampling. The main types of non-probability sampling are 1. Convenience sampling is a non-probability sampling technique where the sample is selected based on accessibility, proximity, and ease of contact for the researcher. It involves choosing participants who are readily available and willing to participate in the study. This method is widely used in research due to its simplicity and cost-effectiveness, especially when time and resources are limited. Key features of convenience sampling. 1. Ease of access. Participants are selected because they are nearby, accessible, or easy to contact. 2. Non-random selection. No randomization process is involved, which may lead to biased samples. 3. Voluntary participation. Participants are usually willing to participate without extensive persuasion. 4. Low cost and time efficiency. Minimal effort and resources are required for implementation. Example of convenience sampling scenario: educational research. Objective: a researcher wants to study students' opinions on the use of digital tools in education. Method: instead of surveying students from multiple schools, the researcher collects data from students in their nearby school or institution because it is easily accessible. 2. Technique is purposive sampling, also known as judgmental sampling, is a non-probability sampling technique where the researcher uses their discretion to select participants based on specific characteristics or criteria relevant to the research objectives. This method focuses on intentionally choosing individuals or groups that possess the qualities or knowledge necessary to provide rich and relevant information for the study. Key features of purposive sampling. 1. Deliberate selection. Participants are chosen based on the researcher's judgment of who will provide the most useful information. 2. Focus on relevance. The sample is selected to align closely with the research objectives. 3. Non-random process. No randomization is involved. The sample is subjective to the researcher's discretion. 4. Rich data collection ensures that the participants have the expertise, experience, or attributes required for in-depth data collection. Example of purposive sampling scenario: research on advanced teaching methods. Objective: to assess the effectiveness of an advanced teaching method. Method: the researcher selects experienced teachers with a minimum of 10 years of teaching experience and expertise in implementing innovative teaching techniques. 3 type is quota sampling is a non-probability sampling technique where the population is divided into subgroups, called quotas, based on specific characteristics, and participants are selected from each subgroup non-randomly to meet predetermined proportions. The primary goal of quota sampling is to ensure that the sample reflects the population's diversity in key characteristics, even without employing random selection. Key features of quota sampling: 1. Subgroup representation ensures that important subgroups of the population are adequately represented in the sample. 2. Proportional allocation participants are chosen in proportion to their representation in the population. 3. Non-random selection researchers select participants based on convenience or accessibility rather than randomization. 4. Predefined quotas. The researcher sets quotas based on demographic or other characteristics relevant to the study. Example of quota sampling scenario: study on academic stress. Objective: to explore academic stress among students with equal representation of genders. Subgroups: male and female students. Quota: 50 male and 50 female students selected non-randomly from different schools. Type 4 is snowball sampling, also known as chain referral sampling, is a non-probability sampling technique used to study populations that are difficult to access, hidden, or hard to identify. This method relies on existing participants to recruit others from their network, creating a snowball effect as the sample grows. Key features of snowball sampling: 1. Network-based recruitment. Participants are selected through referrals from initial subjects. 2. Effective for hidden populations, ideal for populations that are stigmatized, dispersed, or not openly identifiable. 3. Iterative process. The recruitment process continues until the required sample size is achieved. 4. Trust and accessibility. Leverages the trust and relationships within a network to gain access to participants. Example of snowball sampling scenario: research on drug addiction. Objective: to study drug addiction behaviors and patterns. Initial participants: a few known drug users are identified and recruited. Referral process: these participants refer others in their network who are also drug users. Outcome: a larger sample of participants is obtained, representing a hidden population. Dear viewers, let's solve some important multiple-choice questions based on the presentation. 1. Which of the following best describes convenience sampling? A. Participants are selected based on researcher judgment. B. Participants are selected based on their accessibility and willingness to participate. C. Subgroups are identified and participants are chosen to match proportions. D. Participants are selected through referrals by others. Your time starts now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Answer: B. Participants are selected based on their accessibility and willingness to participate. 2. What is the key feature of quota sampling? A. Selecting participants who are easiest to reach. B. Recruiting participants using referrals. C. Ensuring subgroups are represented in specified proportions. D. Selecting participants based on personal judgment. Your time starts now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Answer. C. Ensuring subgroups are represented in specified proportions. 3. In purposive sampling, how are participants selected? A. Randomly from the population. B. Based on their relevance to the research objectives. C. Through a referral chain. D. Based on their accessibility. Your time starts now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Answer. B. Based on their relevance to the research objectives. 4. Snowball sampling is particularly useful for studying which type of populations? A. Readily accessible populations. B. Hidden or hard-to-reach populations. C. Populations that are randomly distributed. D. Populations with proportional representation. Your time starts now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Answer. B. Hidden or hard-to-reach populations. 5. In quota sampling, how are subgroups determined? A. By accessibility of participants. B. By random selection. C. By specific characteristics like age or gender. D. By participant referrals. Your time starts now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Answer. C. By specific characteristics like age or gender. 6. A researcher selects experienced teachers to study advanced teaching methods. Which technique is being used? A. Snowball sampling. B. Quota sampling. C. Convenience sampling. D. Purposive sampling. Your time starts now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Answer. D. Purposive sampling. 7. Selecting participants from a nearby school because it is easy to access demonstrates which technique? A. Quota sampling. B. Convenience sampling. C. Purposive sampling. D. Snowball sampling. Your time starts now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Answer. B. Convenience sampling. Thank you. Don't miss out. Subscribe now to my YouTube channel, Education and Teacher Education, for insightful content and valuable resources.